morning, everybody. Carrie Ann here. Today we have a 30-minute stretch and flow class. So make your way to your mat if you have one. If you don't have a mat, that is A-okay. You can find a comfortable carpeted space in your home or wherever you are today, or lay down a towel or a blanket because we are going to be doing some floor work today. So you'll want to have a little bit of cushioning underneath you if you're on a hard surface. So join me seated on the ground. Once you get there, take your glutes out of the way so that your sit bones can connect down with the mat or the ground, wherever you are, and find a comfortable seated posture, whatever that looks like for you this morning. Once you do that, you can allow your hands just to rest wherever they naturally want to go. And stack your shoulders over top of your hips. So notice if you're leaning forward or leaning backward, maybe a little bit left or right. So find some easy movement to find that aligned position. Take a deep breath. And on your exhale, soften your gaze or close your eyes. As through the eyes of an observer, just notice how you feel without trying to change anything or judge for where you are today. Just notice how you're feeling. Take a hand and place it on your belly, keeping your eyes closed or your gaze soft. Take a deep inhale in. Big exhale out the nose or mouth, you choose. Again, big inhale. Big exhale. One more time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Keep your hand on your belly as you keep taking some deep breaths. And turn your attention to a little gratitude for this morning, this time for yourself, having lungs that can breathe, having a heart that's pumping blood through your body, having another day to live. Take your hand and place it on your knee, both hands on your knees, and just drop the chin to the chest, still sitting up nice and tall. And then bring it back up, drop the right ear to the right shoulder. And the left ear to the left shoulder. Back to center, we're going to take a couple seated cat-cows. So you'll breathe in, your belly, your heart, your chest come forward, you look up. And as you breathe out, you round your spine, pull your belly button into your spine. Continue that on your own breath, breathing in, heart comes forward. Breathing out, belly button to spine. One more time. And you come back to center. We're going to take a couple half circles with the neck. So drop one ear to one shoulder And then just tuck the chin in and come to the other side. Do that a few times. Being mindful if you maybe come across a place where it feels a little sticky and you'd like to just hold it there, feel free. And then pause on one side and just extend your fingertips, walk them out. Keeping both shoulders down. Switch to the other side. Come back to center, keep the fingertips where they are. We'll breathe in, one arm comes up. Breathe out to reach over. Breathe in to come back to center, and out to go to the other side. Take it with your own breath. Breathing in to come up, and out to come over. Nice side body stretch. One more on each side. When you come back to center, take the feet and meet them together. Edges of the feet come to the mat. They're slightly open like a book. And wherever the knees are, it's totally okay. We're going to just start to roll forward until we feel a good stretch. Wherever that is for you, that's where you can stop. Take a couple deep breaths. Let the shoulders relax away from the ears. Maybe soften through the forehead and the jaw. And as you start to come up, we'll just take those knees together, place the hands on the ground, and come into a tabletop kneeling position. So bring your shoulders over top of your wrists and your hips over top of your knees. We're going to revisit that cat-cow we just did, but kneeling now. So make sure that you've got all points of contact there. Fingertips are spread wide, nice flat back. We'll breathe in, start to look up as the belly drops down. And breathe out and start to tuck the chin to the chest. As the belly comes up, we round the spine. And with your own breath, breathing in as you look up and out as you look down. One more time. And then come back to your neutral flat back. And take your right arm, breathe in and lift it up. Breathe out and place it back down. 2 more times like that. Breathe in, big twist. Breathe out, release. One more time. And as we release this time, we're going to just thread the needle. So place that palm face up, reaching all the way to the left, sliding as far as you can go until your shoulder and ear come to the ground. Slowly make your way back up, breathe in, and out. We'll do the same thing. So place your right hand firmly on the ground, and as you breathe in, left arm comes up and comes back down to the ground. Exhale. Inhale, lift it up. And exhale, place it down. Inhale, lift it up. This time we thread the needle. Palm faces up. Slide that hand all the way to the right as far as it will go until your ear and shoulder are on the mat. One more big breath in now. And come on up all the way. And exhale to release. Very good. We will tuck the toes under and come into a downward dog. You'll paddle out your feet here or be still, whatever feels good for you this morning. Maybe pausing on one side. If you're pedaling out your feet and you need a little calf stretch. And then start to walk your toes towards your hands. Baby steps. And then just let your body hang. You can bend the knees pretty generously here. And we'll start to roll it up to a standing position. We're going to inhale and bring the arms all the way up over the head. And exhale to fold it downward. We'll inhale to lengthen the spine and come up halfway. So maybe your fingertips are on the ground. Maybe your hands come to your thighs. We've got a nice flat back, shoulders pulling back. And exhale to fold. Inhale, we'll come all the way back up to standing, nice and strong. Arms come overhead. Exhale to fold. We'll do the same thing. Inhale to that halfway lift, long flat back. Exhale to fold. And we'll go one more time. Inhale all the way up to standing. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Very good. Place your hands on the ground and step back into a plank. Hold it for just a second. And then on your next exhale, pull the hips up, downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet if you'd like to. We're going to place our left foot down on the ground and take the right knee into the chest and hold it just for a second. Then place that foot down between the hands, strong and supported through that right leg. We're going to come up into a high lunge. Arms come over the head. And you're just going to turn on your back foot, keeping that front knee bent, and extend the arms. Your hips will twist slightly to the left. Keep that right knee exactly as bent as it is, and just reach your right arm up as you slide the left arm down back on your back leg. Big side body stretch here. And on your next exhale, we'll reach forward, place the right arm on the right thigh, and that left arm comes up and over. Side body stretch on the other side. And we'll cartwheel it down. Place one hand on either side of the leg and come into a plank. Lower all the way down to your belly. Flip your toes so that they're on the ground. And press up into a baby cobra. Come on back down. Come through to tabletop. Back up to downward dog. And then start to walk those feet forward one more time. We'll take an inhale for that halfway lift, long flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. And exhale, hands come back down. Take a moment and just close your eyes. Notice how you're feeling. You don't need to change anything, just observe. And open your eyes. Take a big step backwards with your right leg into that high lunge as you bring the arms up over your head. Turn the back foot and open up the arms, looking over your forward hand. Pull that left arm up as you reach back. And on your next exhale, come forward, right arm comes over the head. And cartwheel the hands down, back into that plank. Hold it for a second. And push back to downward dog. You can take child's pose here if you feel like you prefer that. Go ahead and drop the knees. Keep the hips over the knees and walk your hands forward into puppy pose, letting your heart come down to the ground. Hips stay high. Come on up nice and slow. Come back up into your downward dog. And walk the feet towards the hands one more time. When you get there, take a minute and just let your head be heavy. Maybe shake it yes and no. You can take opposite elbows here if you'd like. These can be as bent as you want them to be. And we'll slowly roll it up. Coming to standing, take those shoulders, roll them back. We'll be near the top of the mat because we're going to step back. Not a super big step like our high lunge before, just a little step. Our feet are on railroad tracks here, so they're not one behind the other, but imagine two straight railroad tracks. We're going to stand up nice and tall, and you can keep your hands on your hips. One option. Another option is to take your hands and grab for opposite elbows, or you can take prayer hands behind your back. Whatever feels good as you hinge the hips and your heart comes forward. for a nice stretch in that front hamstring. Trying to keep our hips square so they're not opening to the side. They're staying facing forward. We're pulling back that left hip crease. One more deep breath here. It's okay if this one's testing your balance. You are not alone. Come on up. Release the hands. We're going to step forward right into tree pose. You can take a little pause if you'd like to, but if you want to go for it, you'll come right into your tree pose, either placing your foot with a kickstand on the ground, on your calf, or all the way up. You can take your hands to your heart. You can bring them up over your head. Take a minute, center in, find a place on the ground where you can look and keep your gaze. One more deep breath. Whether you're completely still or you've got some wobbles, it is a-okay. And slowly slide that foot back down and release. We'll take the hands to the hips. That left leg's going to come back. You can keep your hands here or find one of the other expressions. And then we'll start to hinge the hips as we come forward with a nice flat back, a long spine for that front hamstring stretch. One more deep breath here. And come on up. Release the hands, slight bend in that front leg as you come into your tree pose. It's okay if you fall over. I did. Nobody's perfect. We didn't come here to be perfect, right? Stay with it for another breath or two. And slowly release. Very good. Coming back to the front top of your mat. We'll take a big breath in, arms reach up. Exhale to fold it forward. Inhale to lift us up halfway, flat back. Exhale, place the palms down and step back into plank. Inhale to lower all the way to the ground. And come on up for a baby cobra. Exhale to release. And we'll come all the way back to downward dog, however you want to get there. Once you're there, plant your left foot and take your right leg up. Keep those toes facing down for now. And then you can take that foot and kind of open it up to the right as you stack your hips one on top of the other, bending your top knee. So kick that foot over to the left. You should see it under your left armpit. We're going to shift forward, coming out of that and coming into pigeon. So pull that knee into the chest and then plant it down, kicking your foot over to the left, sliding your knee back slightly until you come into a stretch that feels good for you. Sit up tall. Square your hips so that they're facing forward. You can fold forward if you'd like. We'll start to make our way back up. Hands are on either side of the knee. Tuck your back toes and lift yourself up into that one-legged dog. Shake that leg out. Bring it back down. Close your eyes if you want, no pressure. Take a big inhale through the nose. Big exhale out the mouth. One more time. Big breath in. Let it go. Very good. Right foot down. Inhale, left leg up. Keep the toes facing down for now. And then bend the knee. Kick that hip or the foot over to the right as you stack your hips one on top of the other. Pull the knee into the chest as you shift forward, coming into your pigeon. And that no two bodies are the same. Nobody's pigeon is going to look like anybody else's pigeon. It's all good to be wherever you are. And even maybe your pigeon won't look like your pigeon from yesterday. Maybe you have some sore glutes like I do today. I'm feeling pigeon like I don't always do. So every day is different, and just come as you are with no expectations when you come to a stretching class. It's okay to be different than others or even yourself. If you like, you can fold forward and come into a deeper stretch. You don't have to. And we'll start to make our way back up. Hands on either side. Tuck your back toes and then kick that leg back up. Both feet down. We'll walk our feet towards our hands, cross the legs, and just sit down. Coming back to the position where you started class. Crossing the legs. Hands can rest on the thighs, however feels good for you. Maybe your hands are in your lap together. When you get there, close down your eyes. And notice how you feel now as compared to when you first sat on your mat. If you'd like, you can take your hands to your heart. Slightly bow your chin to your chest. Thank yourself for showing up today. I thank you for showing up today. And I hope that you have a fabulous rest of your day. You can go ahead and open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a great day. You deserve it.